Welcome back to another episode, Topic of Discussion. I am your host, Miles Berry, and today let's just get right into it. Okay, so the title or the topic for today is the calm of the storm. Again, the title or topic for today is the calm of the storm, right? So I titled that today, or I made that the topic for today because the calm before the storm. Most of the time, we all go through our own trauma, right? We all have our different walks in life. We all go through our trials and tribulations, the things that we have to go through to be the person that we are now. Okay, even if it's not who you want to be or the best version of yourself, you still had to go through trials and tribulations to get to where you are now, right? So, with that said, when we're dealing with people and when we meet people or people close to us, maybe even with that, people don't know all the trauma that we've been through to be the version of ourselves that we are now, right? So they don't know the ups and downs. They don't know the mental battles that we had to face. They don't know the thoughts that went through our mind at nighttime before we had to go to sleep, or the thoughts that kept us up at night that we couldn't, get no real rest, and we wake up tired, and just all the things that we had to go through on a daily basis just to be where we are now and who we are now, right? So a lot of times people don't understand that. And, people love to judge a book by its cover. They can look at you or look at the way that you're responding or look at how you're going about certain things and just be like, okay, that's who they are as a person. But at the same time, people don't understand and really get to know you to understand, okay, why do you act like this? Or what are the things that you went through? Are you guys kind of get what I'm saying? People don't understand the trauma, the every single thing that we went through, the ups, the downs, the trauma, the happy moments, the laughing moments, the parts of our life that broke us, the part of our lives that changed us to the point where we can't be that old version of ourselves, or we had to change because of the situation. So a lot of people don't understand the trauma and the violence and the hurt, the pain, the long nights, the tears, everything that comes along with who we are now. They don't understand the trauma that we had to go through to be this calm now, right? And that's why I'm naming it the calm of the storm, because all the mental battles, like I was just saying, and just the whole storm together with everything that we've been through in our life to reach where we are now. And that can be a calm space, right? And most of the time, as we develop and we go through things, we start to reach a more calmer space because we learn how to handle things, right? So now when situations come up in life, we can handle them accordingly. We don't break down, right? So if you haven't watched that episode of mental health, I was just talking about we life is like a roller coaster. So we up and down, we up and down. But when you get your mental health right and understand where you are mentally and physically, you can start to balance it out like a wave, because a wave is like steady, right? It's just a steady up and down motion. So once we get that with our life, regardless of the things that we go through, we already we already got our mental in the place where it's supposed to be. So when things come up or when we face battles in life, we already got that steady motion where it can't break us. It can't break us. Our lows, our highs are right here because we already know how to balance it, right? So jumping back to where I am now, I'm saying because of that, because we already learned how to balance it and already went through certain ups and downs and kind of got our mental right and physically accordingly, right? So at the same time, I'm saying people don't understand the things that we had to go through to reach that, right? Because when we do certain things like that with our mental and trying to understand who we are as a person, because sometimes life is going to try us where it tries you as a human being, like, show me you are you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to try to break you in every single way. It can try to break you through friends, right? Because you can have some close friends that are enemies, right? You can have some close family that are enemies, right? Because just because they're close to you and just because they got love for you don't mean that they can't be trying to break you down or put you in a negative position or change your mindset to a negative mindset, right? So with that said, all I'm trying to emphasize today is people don't understand the things that we went through to be who we are now. So therefore, that's why we have to be personal, but not personal with certain things where we leave people behind, because it's not personal, but at the same time, it's personal to me because I have to do this for me. And sometimes we'll reach a point where Maybe we used to entertain certain things, but when this happens in life, I can't even be around this. My growth and the things that I had to go through, I'm not finna sit up here and deal with this. Maybe I would have in my past, the past version of myself, but where I got mentally, how I ride that steady wave now, I can't be here. So it's not personal, but it's personal because I got to take care of myself. I already had so many days where I had to try to take care of everybody else. I already had so many days where I tried to make sure everybody else was good. I already had those days and I lost myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to continue to do that when I already know how the outcome is going to be because I've done it continuously. Continuous times, right? So I just want people to understand that I know we go through trials and tribulations, so we're going to experience a lot of different things in life. And a lot of people are not going to understand where we've been through or the things that we've been through, our past versions of ourselves, right? But our past versions of ourselves is the key factor that makes us who we are now. So don't ever really just hate your past. Forgive your past. Don't hate it. It made you who you are now. Sometimes we need certain things in our life. We got to go down some wrong roads sometimes. It's not because it's like, okay, well, if you don't go down the wrong road in life, you are not going to reach success. No, but life is always going to life. Life is always life, right? So we're always going to experience certain things. Sometimes we're going to have to take a road or take a route because we don't want to listen to nobody else and we want to figure it out on our own. And we all get to that mindset sometimes where it's just like we want to figure out, we want to take this road on our own. I heard what they said, but at the same time, I need to experience it. It looks so good. Like if I go down this road, I really feel like I can be successful. You get down halfway down that road, or you feel like you got a good enough length down that road, and then things start to just destroy you mentally, physically, the things that you go through. But you went down that road, but at the same time, how you heal and how you bounce back, and the things that you go through in your life to reach where you are now, or even where you are now, if you are at a calm stage, the things that we had to go through, period, it makes us. So don't hate your past version. Don't hate the things that you had to go through. Just understand it was part of your development. Just don't repeat the same mistakes and the things that you had to go through in your life. So just moving forward with that, even meeting new people, people that are getting in relationships, people that are healing from their past, people that are gaining new friends, people that are coming in contact with other people, just understand that everybody has a story. Everybody. Every single body has a story. And we were all going to be raised up different ways. And the trials and tribulations that we had to go through will not be the same. So, with that said, understand who people are. If you want somebody in your life, take time to understand. Don't rush things. Take time to understand so you can understand who they are as a person. And sometimes we have to understand your past to understand you. And not saying, oh, tell me everything about your past self because that's who you are now. No, but sometimes we have to know the things that you went through or the information that you choose to share so I can understand where you are now. Do you get what I'm saying? But most of the time, this is me personally. I like to understand where people are and the things that they've been through, but I'm not going to judge you off the things that you've been through. It's just like I want to understand your past so I can understand who you are or the things that you had to go through to reach where you are now. Like what made you this? Okay? That's not going to change me from falling in love with this. It's not going to make me look at you differently. I don't care about your past. Who are you now? What are you trying to reach now in your life? What are your goals now? I understand we all got a past, but what do you want now? Do you want a family now? Do you want marriage now? Do you want love now? Where are you mentally? Are you mentally and physically ready to move on? Where are you now? I want to get to know your past. I want to get to know your past as I get to know you and the things that you had to go through to be this version of yourself now. But what do you want now out of life? Right? If you can tell me what you want out of life and it aligns with what I want, not even necessarily what I want, just what I want out of a person, then yes, I'm gonna take time to get to know you and understand what makes you tick, what makes you mad, what makes you frustrated. Why do you love like that? Or why do you do that when you get upset? So I can understand and I can cater to the things that you do now. Right? So I can cater to that. Not so I can beat you up and say, oh, you do that. I don't like that. No, so I can learn how to take care of you. Right? Right? I'm your biggest supporter. I'm the person that's going to be there when you need somebody to talk to, that you need somebody by your side, when you need a back row, when you need some motivation, when you need some inspiration, when you need someone just there for you. I'm going to be there for you. And that's why I take time to get to know people so I can understand. I want to understand how to care for you. I want to understand how to love you. I want to understand how to be there for you as a person. Right? So again, the topic for today was the calm of the storm, and people not knowing the trauma and everything else that we've been through, our ups and downs, the roller coaster of life, people, the losses that we had to have in our life, the wrong roads that we had to go down in our life to become who we are now, and all the positive things that come along with that as well. It's just who we are now and how we reach this calm state. So therefore, how we don't put up with certain things or how we don't move a certain way anymore because we have reached this calm place in our life now where we don't have to move like that because we already developed in such a way that we already went through our trials and tribulations. So I know what I want in my life and I know what I don't want. I'm not going to put myself in a predicament when I already know 9 times out of 10 this might happen. So why even put myself there? So it's part of your growth as well. So people not understanding that, it's like, hey, if you can't understand that and you can't understand the things that I've been through, it's not personal, but it's personal. You get what I'm saying? It's personal, but not personal. And sometimes that's the way that we prepare for victory. Everybody has to reach a calm state in their life where they can move on, where they reach a state of peace amongst themselves, where there's just like, okay, I'm finally peaceful with myself. I understand the things that I've been through. I understand where I want to go in my life, and I understand where I am now. So I'm at peace. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm at peace. And when you are at peace with yourself, you can move accordingly in your life. You can take steps now with good intentions because you are at peace at where you are in your life, who you are in your life, and the things that you have going on in your life. When you are at peace like that, it's not saying life is perfect. It's not saying your life is perfect, but you are at peace with yourself. And when you are at that level, the things and people that you put around you are always going to be good because you're mentally good, you're physically good, and you're getting your life together. So you're going to surround yourself by people that are getting their life together, that already got their life together. You're just going to surround yourself by like-minded people, and you have to give yourself room to grow. You got to give yourself room to be great, room to be amazing, room to make mistakes, room to do better, room to forgive, room to learn, room for growth. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's part of the process of life. Remember, life is always going to be life, and that's part of life. But how you handle the ups and downs, the situations that come along with life, that's what makes you. That's what makes you better than you were yesterday. That's what makes you better than you were a month ago, a year ago, 2, 3 years ago. And that's what makes you better for the future in your future self, right? So understand who you are as a person, prepare for victory, prepare for success, be at peace with yourself now, and surround yourself by like-minded people or people with good intentions in life. Is very, very important, right? So that was my topic for today. I might jump into it, just going into another topic, but it might be something around this same discussion. I'm not really sure, but at the same time, I hope you guys got something out of today, or just something that you can apply to your life in a positive way. And I'm sorry I missed the episode yesterday, but I'm back, and it'll definitely be an episode tomorrow. We're gonna keep this consistent. So I thank you guys for watching. Just stay tuned, like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how you guys feel. Let me know if it's something that you want to say, maybe a topic that you want me to talk about, whatever the case is. Just like and subscribe, let me know how you feel. And regardless, I appreciate you watching. I hope you learned something. Miles Berry, topic of discussion. We out.